Oh, well, hello, my wonderful, beautiful browsies with a wonderful, beautiful imagination. I am the Dark Shadow Maverick, and, well, here's another special announcement for you guys. I'm gonna be doing something really freaking cool. You guys, if you've been around the channel for long enough, if you're a veteran, watcher of my content, you might have known of one of my series, the Soulless Hero, Red Reaper, and the ExE Academy, and my several redos of those series. But I'm thinking that I need to, possibly do sort of a thing where, well, you see, there's these, people called mangakas. They make manga. Basically, like Japanese comic books or something like that. I guess you could consider me sort of like a voice actor whenever it comes to these things. Because you guys will just have D.S.M World Adventures. Don't get me wrong, that shit ain't going nowhere. It's staying on the channel. But you guys will also have, instead of a big 3, it will be a big 4. It will be Soulless Hero, Red Reaper, and the ExE Academy. As sort of, like I said before, voice actors, like mangakas, like voice actors. Like, it's called manga, so would it be called voice or something? It sounds Russian. And before anyone says anything in the comments, yes, I am aware of my constant voice cracking. I can't help it, guys. I just can't help it. Neither can my human self. No matter how annoying it may seem, it just can't be helped. For either of us. So, I guess give the title voice actor. Voice actor. That sounds badass. Voice actor. Yeah, basically, you can consider these types of videos voice actor videos. Yeah, I'm gonna freaking coin this shit. Like, patent this shit. What the frick is the freaking date and time? October 23rd, 2021. 2:32 a.m. The term voice actor has now been patented and coined. Instead of manga, it's voice actor because it's just voice acting, and you guys build upon the rest of what you actually think is going on. I know that kind of sounds really dickish, but I only have so many plushies and so many action figures around, so I have a lot of limitations whenever it comes to that shit. However, with this voice acting style that I'm now making, by doing it in this way, I will free myself from these limitations. And by freeing myself from these limitations, I'll have a lot more room to breathe. And I'll probably be able to make a lot better content. Now, allow me to freaking Wonder Woman twirl. Wonder Woman! What? Ah, yes. Voice actor Darkshot Maverick has just now entered the scene. It is glad to be here. I have been told my purpose. And might I indeed say that, well, one thing that I think my Poke counterpart, indeed, my Poke counterpart either forgot to mention or was in a little bit too much of a rush to stay around any longer, was that of the titles for episodes being able to be not just in pure lowercase. Yes, that's right. It may be so for the what ifs, but for these, there will be more. In fact, why don't I show you? Not so I show you, but let you hear my voice acting. And oh my god, this hat is getting kind of grating. Finally, it's a good thing I can just interdimensionally warp away certain things. Anyways, what's the first voice I should do practice on? Well, basically, seeing as our first one out of these three, not necessarily newcomers, but newcomers to certain genre that I have indeed made, the voiceover guy. manga, voiceover, you know, manga being like Japanese comic books, voiceover, basically being like stuff like that, but instead of being like comic book illustration or like panels or whatever, it's basically voiceover stuff. So that's basically going to be pretty much everything that this and all these others are. Let's see. Well, in Soulless Hero, Red Reaper, and EXE Academy. Well, in EXE Academy, it's not really Rainbow, it's Prism. But still, I mean, come on. And as if I'm gonna do any movies in the future, if you guys are wondering that. Well, seeing as technically, like, the whole voiceover style that I kind of decided to coin was the first one to technically break through from this whole channel and all that, actually introduced it into the channel. You know, Dr. Maverick World Adventures would be the first one to probably get its own movie. And the movie would probably be an entire playlist long, just because of what I would actually, how long I would actually want to make the movie. And like, each freaking video would be like an act, like, of the movie. Like, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Like, the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter. So if any of them, you know, the first to get an actual movie would be that. And, you know, out of these three, well, these three, which ones would probably get a movie first out of these three? Well, I would want to actually do them in order of, like, which ones came out. You know, like the different series. Which ones I made first and which ones I didn't make first. So it would probably be like Soulless Hero would get a movie, then Red Reaper would get a movie, and then the EXE Academy would get a movie. As to where I would make it canon, like the movies canon, and which series would the movies be canon, and which series would have the movies not be canon, to like the actual story, and if that would even be possible. I would want to make as many movies possible, you know, as I could, you know, considering it's all my content and everything. Well, you know, that's kind of how I feel. I like to take care whenever thinking of my content, which is why sometimes things take longer to come out. Like, certain videos will take longer to come out than others. And sometimes the internet just lets you be a bitch. But most of the time it's just because of the, care that I like to put into my videos. And also sometimes I just don't feel like I have the energy. Like I have it in me. But, aside from all of that, now let's get to the frickin' voice acting. I want to do some voice acting. See, like, how good I can get at the actual portrayal of the voice of the character. Or at least what I think is a good voice for the character to have. Seeing as Rainbow Dash, she's the main character in the Soulless Hero. She's the main character alongside Truena and Red Reaper. And Prism, her daughter, is, one of the main cast in the ExE Academy. And so, yeah. Pretty big shoes to fill, if I don't say so myself. Where's Lotix? Grandson want to talk about their happy pill? Well, let's sing about it. I'll be talking about my happy drink. Well, basically, I'm going for Chosen Defenders. Not really Chosen Defenders. Frig. Basically, I'm going for Soulless Heroes first. Because I'm also thinking of, like, way later on, doing, like, Chosen Defenders and, like, Pokemon Defenders of the Universe and, like, other shit like that. Like, stuff that I did before that I would like to do later down the line whenever I've gotten a good handle of this voice actica style. I know I can actually do. Like, I kind of know because of what I've done so far with Dark Shadow Maverick World Adventures. What I've done so far with that, I'm already in the second season, which isn't really that surprising, considering the first season only lasts 4 freaking episodes. But that's kind of my plan. Like, if it's successful enough, this whole style thing, that I might do the others down the line. Who knows? Who freaking knows? Just, I do know with this voice acting style, I have a lot more freedom, and for me, a lot more freedom means a lot more possibilities. A lot more possibilities, to me, means a lot, better version of me, what I have to give, to the people viewing my content. Anyways, seeing as indeed the Soulless Hero is indeed the first that we'll be covering, aside from basically the, I guess you could say, birther or birthing, like birther of the style, being Dr. Miracle World Adventures. Aside from that, basically, would be the first one, which is the Soulless Hero. And this is very new for me. New to, like, tell this story in this kind of way. Leave it up so much to the viewer, like, the idea of what's actually going on in the story. Like, have them envision what's actually going on in their head. But, you know, I just want to get straight to the point. And so, we have basically our cast being Rainbow, Shadow, Bendy, Edward, Ulquiorra being, you know, the main cast of heroes for whenever we start out Little Venture. And considering how long there's just been this streak of, you know, Soulless Hero, and how many times it's been rebooted to hell, you guys already know the whole deal with Sans. So you guys already know why I wouldn't be doing his voice right away. I'm actually quite possibly thinking of waiting for Halloween to do the first episode. Could that possibly be a smart decision? Who knows? Or maybe I could do like a prologue, and then whenever Halloween comes around, I could finally, like, shoot the shit with some ideas and shit. I'll throw some concept art around, you know, give you guys some, you know, little bait, almost like your little fishies in a pond, and I'm throwing around bait for you guys to nibble on. Like the beta fish that were, like, kept in like 2 different tanks, because, you know, if they were in the same tank, they would just fight each other to the death, is what I was told. I named them. One was Rainbow, or Rainbows, I can't really remember which one. Like, I named it that because it was so damn colorful. And the other one I named either Storm or Stormy. I think I named them Stormy. It was like freaking black and blue. It's a shame they had to die. And I really liked them too. Anyways, damn it, why am I procrastinating? I guess if I want to say anything else before I go into the voice acting, I guess until the 31st of October finally hits, where I unleash that of, well, the start of a new series, you know, the other Dragon Ball What If, because, you know, I said the one with Blue, wasn't going to be the only scary Dragon Ball what if. And I wasn't lying. You just gotta wait till 31st to check it out. Along with the other shit. And basically, yeah. Ugh, excuse moi. Maybe I should do some, actually, give you guys some insight onto what I'm thinking whenever I'm doing the voice. Do the voice a little, then tell you guys a little bit about my reasons for making it sound that way, and then do another impression, and then tell you guys about that thought process. Yeah, I'll do that. Sounds great. Damn it. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, it's Rainbow here, making everything 20% cooler. A Sonic Rainbow! Right, Squirt? We're gonna crush that gala. It's gonna be amazing. 20% cooler. Rainbow Dash, the future Wonderbolt. As you can quickly see, my Rainbow Dash voice isn't all that focused. That's because I'm kind of straining my inner chest area to try to focus on doing any sort of Rainbow Dash impression. Because certain parts of my body kind of get strained whenever I do certain impressions. Anyways, now on to the shadow. This one is a lot easier to do. I'm the coolest. Chaos Blast. Chaos Spear. I am Shadow the Hedgehog, the ultimate life form. Now, I don't know if you guys are gonna agree with me on this, but I obviously think that my Shadow the Hedgehog impression is a lot better than my Rainbow Dash one. But you can voice your opinions on, which one you think is better in the comments section. You can voice, if you think one of them is a piece of shit. You can voice if you think another one's a piece of shit. You can voice if you think both of them are a piece of shit. I don't really care. Well, I do, but I don't. It's that whole thing. And now the whole thing with the bendy impression. Technically, with bendy, I'm only really doing an altered version of my own voice. Slightly older, slightly altered to sound less like me and more like cartoonish. Like, in a bendy kind of way. Excuse moi, indeed. Rainbow Dash, you're so funny. Can't believe it. That thing's a sign of a watermelon. I guess that's what they all say about Shadow's head whenever they go looking at it in the full moon. Like a pale moonlight that you can dance with the devil in. You see, it's like a slight alteration of my natural voice. Like high-pitched and kind of grating. Even I will admit, kind of grating. Only kind of, though. And now for Edward Elric, I just kind of sound like pissed off without entering my Shadow the Hedgehog impression. And do like a more squeaky version of my pissed off voice. Hey, that's not cool. I saw that first. Alchemy is a transmutation circle. I'm Edward Elric, the Full Metal Alchemist. I think it came out not terrible, but not great. It's just better than some of my impressions. And now for my Ukiyoda Cipher impression. This fight will decide the fate of everyone and everything. This fight will decide what exactly happens next. What exactly will happen after what happens next. I just decided to do some philosophical bullshit. Just because, with a voice like Ukiyoda's, what do you expect? You definitely ain't expecting The Godfather. Well, that'd probably be more like Baragon's thing. Other than Pirates of the Caribbean. So, I guess for now that will be what it be. So, now, what am I supposed to do? I guess listening to this a couple times will tell me how much I suck or how much I'm good at certain impressions. Oh, dear God, I hope this isn't as bad as I think it's going to be. Oh, and keep in mind, guys, something else is recording in the background while I'm recording this. Well, not really recording in the background, more like uploading and processing in the background. Alright, the fourth part to What If Kurama Was Izuku's mother. Yes, that's uploading and processing in the background as I'm recording this. I'm that eager to actually get this started. But I'm also willing to wait just for, some fun to be had on the night of Hallows Eve. However, I'm also really, really, really wanting to do a Halloween party. And probably won't be the case. Or at least I like to be able to dress up. I would hope I wouldn't be too big for my Slender Man costume. I really like scaring people. It's a favorite pastime of mine whenever it comes the 31st of October. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays And considering, the debate on whether birthdays are actually a holiday or not, I guess I'll say it right here, right now. Even more than Christmas, Halloween's my favorite holiday. But what are you gonna do? I'm just being honest with you guys. Halloween's my favorite. And it has to be right next to something like Thanksgiving. Which, considering the main, meat, that's associated with that holiday, is turkey. And any time that I've ever had turkey on Thanksgiving, it has been dry and oh, just no. I'd rather have the frickin' ham. At least ham isn't like how turkey is on Thanksgiving and how turkey is on Christmas. At least Christmas you have more options. Plus, the usual ham come either holiday, especially Christmas. Christmas ham is some pretty banging ham. So yeah. Salute the troops and vamoose.